morning, everybody. This is the 9 a.m. Water and Land Committee on Thursday, March 23rd. We have one bill on our agenda, Senate Bill 300, relating to the expenditure of public funds for land improvements, and testimony from Kealapono Richardson. Yep.
Hi, good morning, Chair, Vice Chair, members of the committee. My name is Kealapono Richardson. I'm a third-year law student at the William S. Richardson School of Law, focused in environmental and Native Hawaiian rights, specifically with the conservation of land. And SB 300 proposes that no public money shall be used for the improvement to land that is neither owned or leased by the state. However, there are, in addition to the state owning and leasing land, there's also land in which the state has real property interest in land. It's neither ownership nor tenancy, but it's a right or interest in land. And the state spends millions of dollars to acquire these such interests. It would include, for example, with the State Legacy Land Fund, acquires property in fee simple ownership as well as conservation easements to protect land in perpetuity. And so those conservation easements are a real property interest in the land, but they're not ownership or it's not tenancy. And it's unclear whether SB 300 includes or rather excludes those real property interests from its prohibition. And so I just offered in my written testimony some clarification to the bill that would allow for, to clear up any of that ambiguity related to real property interests that the state has, so that it essentially would ensure that any land in which the state does have a real property interest or right in land, it doesn't own it, doesn't lease it, but has a right to that land, would be excluded from this bill's prohibition. So mahalo for the opportunity to testify and for the consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson.
Yep. Thank you.
That's everybody who signed up to testify in Senate Bill 300. Anyone else like to offer testimony? Okay, members, any questions? Okay, seeing no questions, we will recess for decision making. Recess. Okay, reconvening on our 9 a.m. agenda, recommendation for our one bill, Senate Bill 300, relating to the expenditure of public funds for land improvements, is to pass out a House Draft 2. We are going to defect the date to June 30th, 3000. We're also going to make technical non-substantive amendments. We are going to add a requirement that if state funds are used for natural resource or cultural projects, or for grants, there must be a restrictive covenant that the state may receive compensation for the state's expenditure if the improvement is abandoned or not completed. We're also going to add definitions of cultural resource management and natural resource management to make it clear that, for example, the legacy land conservation and those types of programs would not be covered under this particular measure. So those will be excluded. Members, any questions? Comments? Okay, seeing none, Vice Chair, House Draft 1.
Voting on SB 300 SD2 with amendments. Chair and Vice Chair vote aye. Representative Chen is excused. Representative Gannadin excused. Representative Hashem excused. Representative Morikawa.
Aye.
Representative Takayama.
Aye.
Representative Souza.
Aye. Thank you.
Adopted.
Thank you very much, members. We're adjourned.